Hey everybody, welcome into the Pugger Reborn channel. Good morning to everybody at least where I'm at, it's morning. Just wanted to say thanks for everybody's support on the channel. We're on the final day. Tomorrow, the game is released. Oh, it's crazy. I know, calm down, put your pants back on. That's weird. But no, today I'm going to be giving you guys my Small Things Found, number 7. Once again, put your pants back on. I'm not talking about that. Moving on. So pretty much diving right in there, I want to squash a bug real quick, and that is 9 lives. And sorry, my pen, I just dropped it. But no, so 9 lives, this is a small, minute thing, but I did want to get it out there because there was a lot of people jockeying back and forth about 9 lives working even after 1 turn. No, if you go down, you come back with 9 lives, you only get that defense for 1 turn. It does stay at the very bottom. It says, but improve defense stats until your next turn. Help you to survive until then. So yeah, you die, you come back, you get those stats for 1 turn, and then it goes back to normal. You do, however, go more than 4 HP. Once you go past 5 HP, actually you can get up to 7. I noticed that two of my brothers that died came back were hit points were at 7. So I don't know how much that changes thing. It looks good when you look at it compared to 4, but yeah, that's that. Next thing is getting into the range defense side of things. Gifted now, when you go to get this trait, it ends, or you get this perk, not trait. Once you get this perk, you can, if you notice range is no longer 3, it's now 4. I also noticed when you level up, if you have a bunch of stars in range defense, and if you're wondering why this guy has so insane defense, it's because of that freaking shield. Whew, 35 range defense. My god. Point is with this is still, range defense has made a crazy jump in this game. I don't know why, but when you have 3 stars, I think it's 4. I just don't know. I don't know why it's so high. I don't have an answer for it. I kept thinking to myself, and I actually talked to somebody else. I think it was on Reddit. It might have been on the channel here. There's been a lot of different comments at least, but for some reason I feel like the devs are trying to make us work harder, not smarter. In the past, it was the other way around. It was about, you know, the community was trying to get smarter on how to defeat these things. You think about lindworms and that zone of control with the tail, you constantly could attack 2 spaces back, the head comes towards you, the tail goes in front, and so on. The strategy would go around and around and around. I tried doing that in one of my first videos here. They have a zone of control. Okay, they squashed that bug. The way that all the beasts and every character can walk, now when they crash the line, even if they're a zombie, they slowly walk around to the back. Like, they avoid your guys and go to your archers. It's maddening. And you might say, well, that's why you don't bring archers to those fights. Alright, that's a whole nother deal. But my point is still that every single beast or every single thing is smarter. The AI is smarter. And so I don't know what they're trying to tell us with that range defense and why they're putting so much emphasis behind it, but you can literally eliminate so much. So you can eliminate practically range if you use anticipation with somebody who has a decent amount of defense already. Just something to put in there, why I'm tying that in with gifted. So that's a whole nother, I don't even know. I face goblins. There was a rumor that goblins are stronger now, their ambushers are smarter. I honestly do not know if that's the case, but still, nonetheless, that's part of it. Next thing is a really small tidbit, not in this town here, but in general, I've been noticing on the maps in the south, not so much the north, but I haven't been looking, I can admit that, but I know for sure in the south, I've been seeing a lot more Beast Slayers. So if there's any Beast Slayer fans out there, yeah, you're going to find them all. I mean, you're going to, not all over, but you're going to find them like every so often down here, much more than I ever have in the past. So yeah, there's a positive for you guys out there that love the Beast Slayers. I personally, again, am a fan. The next thing would be the Elps. Elps, man. Elps have taken a new form. I always loved facing Elps, and I know that the devs have changed them 3 different times, and now this would be technically the 4th time that they've reworked Elves. Or Elves, apparently. Elps. So Elps is, when the new way that they attack is if they're stationary for their turn, they can make you go to sleep and then they eat your soul pretty much. And the damage is 20 to 25 damage to whoever it is that they're eating. It is sick. It's crazy. You might be like, well, that's not too bad. They're pretty squishy. No, they ended up upping the health too. Usually with a bill hook, you could take a one-shot. You could one-shot them. I ended up getting a hook and I hit him, and it was like half its health. Not a bill hook. It was something. It was I'm trying to think of what it's called. The iron hook or whatever it's called. I understand that the damage is not as much, but it's not that far off. So not crazy far off. I digress on that point. The point still being is that even after hitting them, they have a little more health and they're aggressive. They will actually take a step into your line. They won't, normally they're 2 tiles away or a tile away. Now they will actually take a step forward to purposely attack. They can take one step, make somebody go to sleep, and eat their soul, pretty much. And they will prioritize a target, is the thing. In the past, you'd hit them and they'd rearrange and stuff. They still rearrange, but they rearrange to get after, like, to pinpoint someone or something more. It's hard to explain. It sounds like the same mechanic, but it's not. Like, if you have an archer hiding behind somebody, they will get close just to get at them, if that makes sense. So yeah, I faced 3 Elps and I thought, what the frick is this? Like, it's just different. I don't know. That's for your guys' interpretation too. Once you get a chance to face them, let me know what you guys think about that. The next one I want to go over is, and this is a simple one, I'm going to show you guys in some of my gameplay later on, and that is Caravan missions. I feel like Caravan missions have gotten easier. I could be wrong about it, but especially in the Indebted, maybe it's the numbers game again working in, but I wasn't getting attacked that much. Honestly, I noticed in Caravan missions it seems like more events happen than normal. I had it many times where I was going from here to here, and all of a sudden I ended up getting 10 tools here. Or I was going here to here, and I got attacked by Necrosaphants. I got attacked by 4 Necrosaphants in one of the missions. You all know that one. It can really suck if you're not prepared for it. It could be any time in the game when it happens. But yeah, I had it happen, and I had other events happen as well. Stealing gems, that happened multiple times. I had, there was another one that I had, I can't remember. It was like talking to a farmer or something. But anyways, the point still being, they may be easier, they may not be as attacked, and there might be some other incentive towards it. But yeah, just something under interpretation, especially for getting money way easier with the Indebted run or the Manhunter run. Alright, next one is Scavenger. How does it work? Well, I ended up getting the Scavenger early on. This one's been requested many times now. The Scavenger works essentially anytime you attack or you go into combat, you essentially, with your arrows, with your ammunition in general, whatever you use, you get a portion back. So let's say you shot 20 arrows, there's a possibility you get like 7 arrows back of the 20. And that part is actually really incredible. It could be more than that. Usually the percentage is pretty small, but I have had it where it was like 7. Now the range ranges from 0 to X amount for ammunition. However, the tools, facing raiders, things that can technically contain tools, you get a small portion back. Now when I say small, I'm talking sometimes you get none, and other times you get 1 to, I think 8 was the highest, but that was a pretty decent sized battle. I think it was in the noble houses or whatever, fighting the nobles, and it was, I think, it's like, I don't know, it's crazy. It was like 16 guys or something to that effect, and I ended up getting like 8. So yeah, it's very random, but I feel like since I actually got him, which was pretty early, I have really recouped my money back in tools and supplies. Being able to recoup some of your actual arrows, or your ammunition rather, has been really nice. Has definitely been a huge deal. Now the next one is going to actually pertain to the Scout, and I'm going to actually show you guys this. It's a little easier for me to, instead of constantly giving you guys this visual in your head, I'm going to actually give you a full-on visual here of this. So I was getting chased by, this is pertaining to serpents. There were 7 serpents that were chasing me down and caught me at the road here. So I thought, well, I don't want to face them. My Indebted group is actually doing pretty good, as you can see here, pretty decent gear at at day 32. But I ended up getting attacked. I didn't want to take him on, so I decided I'm going to try to run from him. Can I actually run from serpents? You can. Most beasts, not most, but a good portion of beasts, you can't run from them because they either get first initiative or they have a higher AP. Tile movement is easier for them, range and so on, the different elevations, yada yada, it goes on. However, serpents, you can run away from them when in combat. Now check this out. I was getting attacked as I was going south, or I was trying to run back around because they caught me like this. Now, once I got out of it, I had to run past them, and I went up this and over. And look what happened. They stopped to pause and continued and caught me on the road. Yes, the beast that I was running from, I got out of combat, and they caught me on the road. So here's what I haven't been able to figure out is what other beasts have this ability where they're faster on the world map than you? And that is exactly why, without telling us, we always thought, hey, you know, this scout sounds great just so I can go faster. Come to find out, the reason they put it in the game wasn't so that you can simply go faster, but so you could get away from things like this. I guarantee with 15 extra speed, I could have gotten away from those serpents. And the reason why it's paused right here is because they attack me again. After I get out of this, if I go to play this, I'm going to get attacked by the serpents because they caught me again. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, honestly. I was not expecting that at all. I was kind of shocked because I had wrote down in my notes the one thing at first. And finally, the last thing. And guys, I don't know if I'm gonna have another one of these videos. I might tonight, I might have something, or going down the road if I find anything, I will make another video like this. But the last thing I want to get into is the arena. So with these brothers here, people had asked me, why didn't you put this in your gladiator video? And the reason I didn't is because while they are gladiators, anybody can get into the arena and do stuff. So there is a status that you can get as arena champion. As you can see, I've been in 32 matches with this guy. Actually, that's the most I have. He's been in every match, and I think this guy too. 30. So yeah, this guy has been in every single match, 30 matches. And once you get to the second tier, let me see if I can't find it here. Somebody in here has the second tier right here, or the first tier. This is the first tier, Pit Fighter. The next tier, I can't remember what the name of it is, but you get 5 resolve. It's what you start out with when you do a campaign. But after that, once you get to Pit or Arena Veteran, you go from 5 resolve to 10 resolve, and has a 50% chance to survive if struck down and not killed by a fatality. Hence this guy. I'm pretty sure this saved this guy. Nonetheless, the biggest thing about this, guys, is that if you have brothers that are decent, and this is mandatory in my opinion. The fearsome perk is devastating. I actually just messaged the devs not that long ago about a lot of the little concerns I have. A lot of things that I've talked to you guys about, like the zombies and how they're moving. A lot of these little things that I'm finding, I ended up messaging them about, and fearsome is probably the biggest perk that needs to be reworked. It's very devastating. Even at 50, like if we split it at 50 resolve, I'm like jumping into something else, but if we split it into 50 resolve, there's still a good chance that the fearsome perk overrides you based on how high your guy is. I really wanted to use it on him, and I just haven't leveled up to that point yet. So hopefully with the next level up, I can give you guys something into the weekend. That's the goal, at least. It's just because of that. But yeah, the point is that I don't know what champion is, but their fights are starting to get pretty steep. Let's see what this says. I just accepted it. I have no idea what it is. Okay. Okay, well, either way, let's go like this. I want to just show you whatever this fight is. I have no idea because I double-clicked by accident. So, we'll just go like this. Dive in. What are we fighting? Oh, really? That's not bad at all. As I tell you guys that, it's only 5 raiders. Or not raiders, the outlaw. Okay, this isn't a bad fight. I admit that. That's my bad. I'm surprised it was this easy. But the other fights I was having was the Nebuchadnezzar. I'm gonna call it Nebuchadnezzars once again here. So the Nebbers, the ghouls, That one you guys can get. So the ghouls are, I ended up facing 6 of them. 2 of them were the 3rd tier. The others were all the middle or the 2nd tier. That is a tough fight with just this group here. Being that if one of them eats and they all spawn, you're gonna have to eat through them pretty quickly. This weapon here, the sword lance, is a big. I'm telling you what, if you don't have a sword lance in your group or at least sitting in your inventory so you can at some point take it out and use it against the opposition, man, you're missing out, because this thing just eats, especially those anything that's exposed health, any kind of beast or whatever, beasts in general. Oh my gosh, it's the best weapon, I swear, against them. Next to this, this actually, I could probably tell you guys this. I don't think I told you guys this before. I may have, but this weapon here for some reason eats unholds. I can kill an unhold in, I think it's like 4 strikes, maybe 5, but for sure. Yeah, about like, I think it's like 5 strikes. I'm pretty sure. Either way, it was like 4 or 5 strikes. I ended up killing an unhold with this guy as long as I connected. So, yeah, when we're talking eating into health, that is the way. So, anyways, guys, that's gonna do it. If you guys have any other questions or anything else you guys need, let me know. I'm excited to bring whatever I can to you guys. Good luck tonight with the final video, at least, for you guys getting the DLC. I'm going to be giving that out, of course. I've got the names down. The list is getting a little fat, which I like, but I don't like, because I wish I could give it to everybody, but I'm going to do my best. So thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.